What's happening?
Hi, friends.
Does quick poll to the people out there? Does
There's no
Mangler
Fuego.
sound like he's at the end of an empty chasm?
How is my mic? Because according to Hefty, I sound like I'm at the end of a chasm.
We don't have anyone on, so
We don't have anyone on. See, no one gives a shit. I sound weird. I got reports that I sound weird. Okay, I sound weird. What do you want me to do?
you got like Chipmunk's voice. Can you sing the Chipmunks Christmas song? Christmas time is here.
Words. That's a horrible song.
I know, but it'd be great.
I can't hear myself. Anyway, I don't know what you want to do. I sound muffled. Okay. I don't know. I don't even know where the fucking speaker is on this thing.
Thank you.
I could plug in. No one cares about the baby.
We have an audio engineer helping the Mangler over here.
So how is this any better?
No. You just look like a Time Life operator. Hey, can I get a free football phone with this call? He's been broken. How about this? Can you try using your phone?
I mean,
Maybe.
I don't know how did I do that? All right, I'll be back.
It also kind of sounds, it has like a Peanuts vibe. It's like the womp 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 womp. All right. Please hold. We're waiting on Mangler to get his audio right. He's already like tried coming back twice into the broadcast, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'm here. I'm happy to be here. It's an overcast day in Seattle. Lovely. It was raining this morning. Lovely. You might hear a crying baby downstairs. Also lovely. Little baby Zoe is doing great. She's gained 80 grams since Friday, which apparently is good. She has about 300 more grams to get to her birth weight. And but the whole good point is that she's gaining weight. So yeah, mother is doing well. We just call each other. It's a joke. But yeah, other than that, things are going well. You can hear her maybe crying in the distance right now. So let's see if the Mangler can get this thing sorted. He posted a video the other day. That's pretty good. I was impressed by that. Oh, you're interested in what I'm drinking? Oh yeah, I'm drinking. This is a little bit of rye whiskey. It's Bullet Rye. The bottle's almost empty. I'm not saying that has anything to do with having a child. Nothing at all. All right. If he doesn't show up, I'm just going to start building an Awesomatics A12X while we're here. All right, here we go. Let's try it. And the Mangler's here.
Right, here we go. Let's try it.
Hi.
Way better.
Way better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
The alternate storyline was I was going to build an A12X.
Yeah, I don't know why.
What do you mean?
I mean, you're just going to sit there and look at it.
Dude, why you got to be a hater?
Well, you'd be like, this would be the earliest you've ever built a car ever in your life.
Well, it could be for the 2025 season. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. It will be.
Could be.
Yeah.
I found some pictures showed up the other day. Me at Speed World for one of Lex's CTS events in 2019.
Okay.
And at that race, I built two cars. I built a touring car and an F1 car at that race.
No, nice.
Really well prepared. Super
Yeah. Well, that's kind of how you. That's not that for you. That's about normal.
Sometimes I'm trying to wean myself off of that.
How'd that F1 ride go?
Oh, I TQ'd in one.
Nice.
Yeah, I sold the motor as soon as it was done.
Yeah, you were always pretty good in F1. I think that's your class.
It could be. No one likes to race it anymore, so I've kind of given it up.
Oh. I don't know. Isn't John Barron like the F1 master?
Yeah, but that's like there's him and Dager.
Okay.
I actually had a dream last night
About Dager? I'm sorry to hear that.
About Dager. And the dream was that he had said something to me like, so what'd you think about the most recent result with their new 12 scale car? I was like, yeah, it was pretty good, blah, blah, blah. And I said something to him like, well, yeah, I hear our guys, they were running the new car and they just had problems, getting it to finish the run. And he said something like, oh, you should run a high roll center and use a little bit of I think he used the term of pasta sauce in the dampeners. So apparently that's the hot setup from the Calandra companies. You use pasta sauce in your roll dampeners.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear that.
So like, we're using like a Prego or a.
I don't know. I woke up, but I had enough deep dreams. I'm getting enough sleep where I can come up with crazy things in my head. Like I had a conversation with Dager and he said, oh, go to high roll centers and used the ragu, whatever it was. Yeah.
So I mean, you've been away from RC for 1 week and now you're dreaming of Dager. I mean, wow.
Yeah. Call him, tell him.
Yeah. That's kind of sad.
It is what it is. I had other dreams. I had another dream where, so apparently the first poop that comes out of a baby is called, I don't know, something with an M. Anyway, yeah, the first poop. It's like real. It kind of looks like an inchworm. And
what? It's Bacomium.
There you go. Very good. Yeah. So I had a dream that I was peeing like that, and it was like real thick and like, and I was like, oh, I guess I gotta pee now, and I did. So that was my other dream. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
It could be like horrible dreams where I'm afraid of things or whatever else. No, everything's fine.
So how's the first week going?
We're at day 8. She's 8 years old or 8 days old now, and things are fine. Things are great.
Yeah.
Yeah. She might be downstairs crying right now, but I'm upstairs, so it's great.
Okay. Does she cry a lot?
When she's hungry or when she has to change a diaper, yes.
So all the time?
I'm not saying all the time, but
so what's your diaper time down to?
I do feel like a NASCAR crew. Half the problem is taking whatever the outfit is off. So, I've gotten my techniques going, and I don't know what the no is for, but I know that I'm in trouble. Anyway. But it's about getting the legs out, and you zip up from the bottom, you get the legs out, you flip the outfit halfway around, and then you peek and you try to understand what's happening. But you can't open up like that chasm of whatever despair that is the diaper without having your other stuff like ready. You got to have the creams and the diaper and then the few wet wipes. You got to have it all ready. Got to be ready to just like start slapping it on and doing it.
So don't you know right away if you have to do it or not?
No, because like if the kid's crying, you don't know. You just like, let's go change a diaper. Okay, let's go.
See what happens.
Yeah. Okay. But like if you're not ready, like then other things could happen. You could have like a river of pee like underneath you. You don't want that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it sounds like you've had that happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. River of Pee.
Yeah. And you know what?
Shower action.
You know what? I think, hanging out with RC car racers for a long time has really helped me, because a lot of those guys are a bunch of crybabies and, she's just a baby crying. So it's very similar.
Yeah. What's the dog's one now? Okay.
The best part is, though, it sleeps through all the nonsense.
All the nonsense?
Yeah. Dogs are going nuts.
Done? Yeah.
Perfect.
So Elizabeth, her cousin had a baby, and while we were at the Florida Film Festival, we were hanging out at the bar that's at the theater, and the baby was right there with us the whole time, and the baby was just sleeping at a bar.
That's pretty good.
She's a bar baby.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, that was kind of cool.
Yeah, I like that. Do you have any sort of fancy drink in front of you there, Mangler?
No, I don't have any drinks in front of me.
That's very un-Mangler-like.
I mean, just, I had to fuck with this audio. I couldn't get a drink.
Well, as long as you finally recognize that it wasn't me, if you tried to blame me and say my computer was on vacation for a week and that's why it wasn't working.
Well, I mean, it could be.
It was.
I mean, I know that you've been getting a lot of information time now on the Facebook.
Oh, it's
learning some things.
Yeah. You can, when you have endless amounts of time to scroll,
you
find so many things.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. It sounds like you've used your time well.
Yeah, I call it draining the swamp.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
It's all right. It is what so, my friend, what have you been up to?
Oh, look at here. Look what just appeared.
A land shark, huh?
Land shark.
Yeah. Is that like knock knock Candygram? Something like that?
Yeah. Knock knock land shark.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I like it.
So what was the question?
So what have you been up to?
Not much, a little this, a little that. I've probably, since we've last chatted,
I think you've raced or ran your car 4 times, 4 days.
4 days of practice.
And that was all weekends. So that's like Saturday, Sunday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yes, it was.
So are you soon looking for like a new place to live and a new girlfriend?
No, we have a very understanding relationship.
I was just asking for a friend. So.
Oh wow, what are you trying to move in on my girl?
No,
what this is? You're done. You got one knocked up. You're out.
No, not at all. Thanks, BJ. Yeah. I'm just jealous.
Huh?
This is jealousy talking. So
I'm just try to watch. I gotta watch out over here.
Free man about town. The Mangler not tied down.
So anyway, but yeah, I had 4 rather productive days. The first 2 days was on the old layout, and we'll get to that in a minute. But it was the modified old layout, and learned some things with that. Got a pretty good baseline for the 2 days. Felt comfortable with kind of what I had and what I found, and then the next weekend, myself and a couple other guys, we updated the layout. And
nice.
We put in the Adrian Martinez down here in Sarasota drew up this pretty nice layout. Hopefully you could get a picture of it or something off of the Facebooks, and so you could share it with everyone. But Adrian drew up this really nice layout. We got the buy-in from the owners and then the people who run the track, and we went and put it down. And I can tell you what, it's probably one of the better layouts I've ever raced on. It's really nice. It has a good flow. One of the problems that Heroes was facing is that the layouts were somewhat tight, and they had a bunch of hard pipe, a PVC pipe, and then it was, in order to run a fast lap, you had to be right on it, and it was very dangerous because it would just like one little tap and you're just ripping left front or right front arms off your car. And so we've opened it up. Very minimal boards, not necessarily minimal like SeaTac, but minimal nevertheless, and lots of dots. We probably taped down somewhere in the neighborhood of 160 dots, which one of the local racers, Mike, I think it's Mike Smith is his name. He cut these acrylic dots out, and all it does is take a little servo tape, stick it down. They're amazing. Like they're only like, they're very, I don't know, I'd say between an eighth and a quarter inch probably high. So, and they're flat, and they got a little bit of a bevel to them, and we spaced them out 1 dot apart. They're 4 inches in diameter, and so we spaced them out like 1 dot between each other. So like when you go over them, it's like rumble strips, like, and just enough to kind of kick your car loose or slow you down a little bit. And but it doesn't tear up your shit, doesn't send you off into the toolies or anything like that. And so I ran 2 days on that layout, which was this past weekend, and got down to a fairly I felt quick time. Car felt good.
So is this,
good.
Can you confirm or deny that this is the new layout?
This is the new layout.
And the only reason I knew is because of these little dots.
Yeah.
Okay. And then there's a few more pictures.
Yep. So
like that's a very unmalicious way to get onto a straightaway. So I like
that's the sweeper.
Yeah. Okay. Or a sweeper. You could run it the other way, and it could be how you get on the straightaway.
Yeah. Well, we have one going on the straightaway too. But yeah, that's the sweeper. The sweep that's going on to the straightaway.
All right.
So the sweeper is awesome. Like, I was concerned that we didn't have enough runoff because sometimes you have to make the sweeper a little bit wider, and but that sweeper is it's a beautiful thing. It's awesome because you can just hug the dots, just perfect.
Very cool.
And then there's 2 teardrops. That's going on to the straightaway. And then there's the 2 teardrops you can kind of see.
Yeah.
The closer one on the right there. And then so you go to the sweeper into a 180, which has these dots. The dots you see that are yellow, they're actually made by Ride. The same people that make tires.
Yeah.
So we bought a couple packs of those just to try them out, and they're pretty good. All we did was stick those down. They're plastic. They fade. Florida sun, they were bright yellow. They were like fluorescent yellow when we first got them, and within a week they were kind of a dull yellow. Florida beats them up hard, but as far as like a dock goes, they're awesome. Well, there's a more bigger picture of the teardrop.
All right, so here's the new layout at Heroes.
Yeah, there you go. And so as you can see, the white lines that are on the inside there is actually just vinyl that we stuck down, so it's not even a board. So you can kind of tell the difference between the boards and the vinyl. And so that, like I said, very minimal boards. If you hit a board, you were pretty out of shape to begin with. So, but there's enough there to protect you in case you lose signal. You don't run onto the straightaway and get T-boned.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't know if you've ever experienced that before or not.
No, not at all. Never.
Yeah. So, but so we kind of got that stopped out, and so we run anti-clockwise, and then here's the big. This is where all the dots are right there.
Yeah,
and that is a lot of fun. I can tell you that. It's very, you kind of control your speed. You modulate your speed with your throttle, and then it's a sharp left-hander into a chicane that opens up, and then back onto the straightaway. That one you have to kind of set the car up a little bit to shoot through there, the chicane that is. But it presents enough challenge to it that it's fun, and there's a little bit of a risk reward in it. But there's really not a lot of risk because there's dots there. So your worst case scenario, you're just gonna jump over some dots.
I'm just trying to see if we can find the old one.
I don't know. Yeah, there's the old one.
The old one.
Yeah.
All right. Well, nice to see, racers getting together with other racers, making stuff better. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're going to have, so this weekend they're actually going to race. I won't be able to go. So that's okay. And then the weekend after is Labor Day weekend, which is normally a non-racing day.
Yeah.
But they're going to put together a race on the 1st. So it's like the end of summer showdown. And hopefully we can draw a pretty good crowd for the Labor Day weekend, a little Sunday fun day action. Most people don't have to work on Monday, so they can come on out, get the racing in, and then go spend some time with the family on the rest of the evening or on Sunday. So hopefully some of the state of Florida comes out and supports Heroes and the progress and changes they have made. The Heroes 2.0, I guess you want to call it. I don't know, but it's fun. It's a team effort, definitely. So I'm just there to offer guidance and moral support. That's about it.
Moral support. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a leader, so it's just natural that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
you thinking about like a 2-liter bottle of soda? Is that what you're referring to?
No, I'm a motivator. I'm a leader. I'm there to inspire creativity and promote growth from within and at the track. And so, yeah, that's what I do.
All right. Sounds great. But, well, anyway, it looks better.
Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is better. People that have run out so far have said nothing but compliments. I haven't heard any negative feedback yet.
Are the lap times are people less spread out? Is the field spread?
Well, we haven't raced, so we really don't know.
Okay. I'm going to guess it is.
I would think so too. Just because, the risk of blowing out and tearing up your stuff is a lot lower. One thing about the track, the way that, all the corners are really arcing and round, that there's a lot of opportunity to pass. So, if you're falling behind somebody and they get a little overzealous and they send it into the corner, you can definitely, if you're patient enough, you can definitely get on the inside of them and make a move. So the track will definitely race rather well.
What happens when you drive over the dots?
Not too much. I mean, it can kick your car a little sideways, but it's not going to ruin your day.
Okay. Have you seen anyone blatantly cutting the track yet?
Like just to get underneath somebody?
Yeah.
No, because only thing we've done is practice for 2 days. We haven't raced.
Okay, so no one's practiced that yet. All right, very good.
I mean, I kind of have, but I just wanted to see what I could get away with, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at.
But I mean, it's one of those things that honor amongst thieves, I guess. That's kind of what RC racers are.
Yeah, all right. Amongst thieves, huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, that sounds good. I like that. I raced last Saturday, so not 2-3 days ago, like a weekend ago.
Yeah.
And I won.
I heard.
It's almost as if
it's your last victory ever kind of thing?
It was either a sympathy thing or I was fast enough to cause people enough where they had to try more and they broke their shit. One of the two. I don't know.
Let's go with the latter.
Maybe.
I mean, let's give that to you.
The car felt good. The funny part was by the end of the day, it migrated towards an on-power push.
Yeah.
Which is safe, but it was an on-power push. And I had to wait for it in a few corners, and so I need to figure that out a bit.
I think sometimes that can cause you to be your fastest.
No, I could go faster if the fucking car would turn more, but you know, like
But like also faster consistency too.
Sometimes, you know, you can't overdrive it, because if you overdrive it, you're going to miss all the, you know, all the opportunities.
Right.
The fun part is the car starts amazingly well, and I feel like that's half of where, like, the positive of the situation is it starts really well. And we tried some different things that weekend. A guy in the club, Braden Moody, he had made some
Oh yeah, where
helper
mine at?
springs, and I just hit him up, and it looks like he can work on them in the upcoming weeks. Apparently, he's going to Japan next week. I just saw this message now. So I have a set. There's a few other people that have some sets. I might send them to you or somebody so you can try running them in Bakersfield. What they end up doing is they kind of just sit on top of the current leaf spring. I'm trying to see if I have a leaf spring anywhere. Yeah, I don't have any leaf springs here, but you know, the same leaf spring we've had since 2013. It sits on top of it, and it doesn't, where it curves up. Yeah, right there. And so basically, where the curve is, that 90-degree, he tried to make it so that it like bent that way and whatever else. That didn't work. So he ended up making something that creates like a fork, and it just like hugs the surround of it. Okay. Also, that spring's bent, just so you know. That one's banged out. You don't want to run that one. That don't look flat. I see here like rocking it a little bit. I'm like, that one's not bad. That one's not flat. Anyway, so
that's the beautiful thing about these. You can straighten them.
Yeah. Or you can just throw them out. Anyway, so the little helper spring was interesting because you could just slide it on top of it, and it felt like you added like a mil of spring tension to the spring. And the only reason I could say a mil was I put them on my car in a practice session. I was basically running two cars, trying to run like qualifier, and then as soon as I could, I'd run another car, and so I'd be able to A/B them. And the car that had been slower was going faster or the same speed on either the same amount of run tires or one more run tires, and with those helper springs on, which was interesting. And then so I migrated to running that shocks with the helper spring on for Q3. I took the helper springs off for Q4, and I did feel that like I had lost grip in not Q4, the main. I felt I'd lost grip a bit, but it still had the same kind of balance where the car just had a slight like stall at the center of the corner, which I want to try to figure out a way out. I think I'm going to have to do it with like changing anti-dive at the front end. But you know, in the last like few weeks, I've been playing a lot with like a higher roll center and a lower roll center setup going AB. And then I migrated both cars to a higher roll center setup. And I think that's probably the safest scenario right now. Like the low roll center stuff feels great until it gets hot. It might be for me a tick faster, but then once it gets hot, you're just sliding everywhere, and there's no sort of shock voodoo you can do to make it not slide everywhere.
Right.
So, but yeah, I didn't write down my final setup. I got to do that still. But all in all, yeah, it was a good day. Can't complain. And only regret maybe is I did run a Speciale that day, and I think I probably could have run an OG at that time when the car wouldn't turn anymore, because I was like, it'd probably free it up. But my OG was so beat up, I was like ashamed to run it in racing.
That must be pretty beat up.
Yeah, it was the same one from Jackson.
Okay, yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyway, but yeah, both of my bodies were both mounted very far forward, like using Cider's tools. It was a 13 mil pedestal. So
That's
very far.
That's very far forward.
Yeah, they're bananas. But even when you do that, you can still feel a difference between an OG and a Speciale. So
yeah, I guess. I mean, I tried running that far forward and I just didn't do well with it. Anytime I try to move the body forward, it just seems like it doesn't work the way I like it.
Okay.
It really upsets the balance of the car. And so I just keep going back to what I, always run, and it seems to be better. Now, I can switch between the special and the OG, and I can tell a difference.
Mm-hmm.
And, I feel that if you have enough grip, I think the OG is better because it carries better corner speed.
Yeah.
But if you don't have enough grip, you just need to be on a special. And so,
and I think that carryover where the track probably had enough grip where my car was pushing, where I probably should have had the OG on.
Yeah. So, there is opportunities like, when we were at Jackson in the morning, the OG felt great.
Mm-hmm.
And then once it kind of in the afternoon, it got hotter. I'm like, yeah, I gotta go back to special. So,
yeah. No, I get it. How far forward are you running your body?
20 millimeters.
Oh God. So you're on the SAM sizing. Okay.
Yeah. So basically what that comes out to is if you count from the back,
mm-hmm.
I'm 4 clips up.
From the end of it?
Yeah. From here, I'm in the 4th hole.
Okay.
You're probably in the 3rd hole.
I'm in the 3rd hole with an O-ring.
Yeah. So yeah, you're probably closer to 14 millimeters than you are 13. But yeah, I've got some bodies there. I also have some bodies in the 5th hole, mm-hmm. Which I've kind of played with a little bit. And I might have just to have, but 4th hole from the back seems to kind of always work for me.
And what is that from the center of the car? How many holes?
From the center of the car.
Yeah, like the way if I'm in the 3rd hole from the center. Yeah, which one are you in? 5th hole or 6th hole?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6th hole. All right. Yeah, that's way different. Okay.
Yeah.
So Jorge is asking about the Giulia. So the Montec Giulia. It's actually done well in stock at the asphalt track locally. Brian Bodine ran it. I had painted one up. I'd mounted it at 17 millimeter, and I tried it, and you can tell like pretty quickly it just doesn't have a lot of overall grip in it. So that's good in stock, but terrible in modified. That body it won the last 21.5 race at pro level. So with the EA, so it did well enough,
Yeah, it seems like it's got some potential in the carpet world.
Yeah, and
it's good.
17.5, it might be very good. Depends what grip's like,
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, for sure. I think it's kind of one of those things that for the time being, until we get more data on it, it wouldn't be bad to have one in the box,
Yeah, if you're a stock racer, yes. Mod racer,
yeah, no,
maybe not.
No. Stick to the 2 that you know.
And I did get a message from George before the show, and he showed me a picture of a very scratched up aluminum car.
Okay.
And so he said, following your advice on the aluminum chassis, you're right, 0.4 seconds faster with this setup. I wish I went that much faster.
0.4 faster, huh?
0.4. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah.
I have now that Awesomatics has TW5 in.
Yep, the weight.
Yeah, I have. I got this. And,
yeah.
And I finally can use it. So,
well,
that will be the next project.
Yeah. I had to push for, people were shocked. You know, the chassis can hold 18 of those little weights in it. Um, and yeah, he was using a flex chassis like we had made in December.
Yeah, that's what's on this car.
Yep. Yep.
So this is my flex chassis, which
Mhm.
but I'm running a shorty with it, which
Yeah.
actually this car drives amazing. It's just a little slow, but like it's very stable, very consistent. Like, and I haven't worked on it. Like, I've just guessed at some bullshit setup, and I just kind of run it as the hey, let me see where the track is at kind of car,
Mhm.
right? Just is the track good enough to run so I can run my stuff that I really want to test, kind of thing.
Okay.
And so I have this carbon car that I ran. I've been playing a lot with, and I had it pretty decent. And then I took this had 2 run tires on it, so I took the 2 run tires on it off of it and just threw them on this car at the end of the night. And this car went like 0.2 faster average. Like it felt great. It wasn't as fast as my other car, but it felt great.
It
And
didn't
I
have the
was just,
hot lap, you're saying?
huh?
It didn't have the hot lap.
It just didn't. No, it just didn't. Yeah, it didn't have the hot laps.
Okay.
But you know, it was. So I think that I want to take some of this, and then take some of this and some of this,
Yep.
and kind of
Smash.
marry them up, and then maybe maybe I should do some work on this car, and I think I need to maybe change some roll centers a little bit,
Yeah.
and I don't know.
I think you
But
should.
yeah,
I think you should get off those LTLs and go to our upper links.
ooh, that's an aggressive change there.
Well, just saying. I can seize it from here. I would try that. Going back to the Julia, Eric Jones, he likes it on carpet. He's going to try one of the. I'm assuming the HX Super Rad Wing next time.
Yeah,
So,
this is I heard some new hotness that's going on out there.
EA has some in stock, and the Super Rad website has them. Also, Sorta Fast has them too.
Actually, they do not. The Super Red website is sold out.
Oh well, those other 2 places I just shared have them in stock.
Okay.
Yeah, but the interesting part about the aluminum being more consistent, I think as long as you can get the rear grip into the car, then you're okay. If you can't, like that was the thing. I noticed the cars were a lot freer in the rear with the aluminum chassis versus a carbon chassis. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, all good. Things to try. Those little tungsten weights, though, like everyone was their minds were blown as to like how many were sold, and so I think the first run maybe globally was like 1,000 pieces, maybe 2,000, something like that. And in USA, that was 500 pieces. And so again, like when it got remade, another 500 pieces. But like instead of it coming in like drips and drabs, it's just like, all right, 500, let's go.
I mean, the damn thing takes 18 of them. Why didn't they think we would fill it up?
Well, different weights for different classes, like around the world, are a little different.
So yeah, you can take. So you maybe when you run in Europe, you can run 4 less,
or 5 or 6, or maybe the
well,
tires.
because the weight limit's 1,300, right?
Yeah.
So that's 4. They're 5 grams each. That's 4 weights. So you only need 14. I think one of the benefits of this chassis that it's going to have, is that you're going to have all that weight just a little lower.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so I think that'll definitely help.
Yeah. Question: do you think it makes the motors hotter? No, I just think the whole thing acts like a heat sink. So that's my only take. Like because the funny part is like especially because in mod you heat the battery really more than anything else. Like I think that's probably the hottest thing in the car. Like you can get away without running a fan on the speedo and on the motor if you really want. But the battery is super hot in mod, and so like to me that's what makes the car hot when you pick it up. It's the damn battery, and that translates to the whole chassis.
Yeah.
But I haven't tried it in spec. I just I don't know. I don't have much love for that at the minute.
Yeah. We're idiots and think we're actually going to do something at the world, so we're just mod all day every day.
Speaking of that, I got another rotor for that Surface motor.
Yeah. The Rude Dog motor, is this what you got?
No, it's not a Rude Dog, it's a Surface.
Okay.
SURPAS.
Yeah, but isn't there like some other
Rocket RC?
Rocket RC, that's it.
Yeah.
They made those red motors, right?
They make almost everyone's fucking motors. They make the Trinity motors. They make the Corsatec motors. They make the Reds. They make a fuck ton of motors.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway. The crazy part is it has a motorizer sheet for the rotor.
Oh, wow.
It's pretty good.
All right. Look at those guys.
Yeah, I was impressed.
Off pieces of paper.
And look, like that's fresh.
Oh,
813. Come on. That's fresh.
Wow. Well, I think they probably heard you talking about it on the podcast.
I think
like,
they're
subscribe and share. And they're like, well, we got to hook this guy up.
Possibly.
Yeah.
And it includes some brass like shims.
Okay.
And then the Big Daddy rotor itself, which I don't want to get anywhere near this computer.
So what kind of diameter are we talking here? We got 12.5, 12.3.
This is a 12.5.
Oh, big dog.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. This is as far as it got. Like it got, in a thing, I opened a thing and I just carried it upstairs. That's as far as it got.
So how many times have you been in your racing room in the last week?
You mean my office?
Yeah.
Like once or twice,
Yeah.
Minimal at best. So,
okay. Well, that's good. You're engaged. I'm glad to see that.
Dude, I'm trying to like time myself. I'm pretending like NASCAR of diaper changes right now.
I understand that. Like,
so
what are you down? Like 2 minutes?
No, way quicker than that, dude. But again, it depends what you're playing with.
Right.
Do you got a blowout?
Yeah, you got clean up your cleanup game. You got to figure out, what you got to clean up.
Does something happen when you like unsheath the weapon, which is the baby? Like
yeah. So have you got like shit all over you and everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, anyway, it's happened.
Sounds like fun.
Oh yeah, it's the best.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so I don't know, that's what's happening over here. And F1's happening this week.
Oh, I gotta get my team set.
Yeah, everyone does.
I haven't done that.
You are the leader of
yes, I am.
Our little situation here. And I think my team's looking pretty stout for this upcoming week.
Where are we at?
The upcoming race,
the Netherlands, right?
I believe so.
Yes, the track with the bent corners out by the beach.
Yeah. So here's my team for the upcoming week.
Okay.
It looks really good so far.
Oh, you got rid of everybody.
Yeah. So we'll see.
You don't have anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't even looked at mine. I need to do that. Elizabeth is all set.
Okay.
She's ready to melt faces.
I like that.
How's a Commodore spreadsheet? How's she doing?
I don't think she's thought about it.
She hasn't had time.
No, we'll strategize.
Very disappointing.
Yeah, I'll get the algorithm up. We'll get the little computer process running, and we got to do some data analysis. And
okay,
the big problem is like
you got to do query results and some pivot tables and
Yeah, my budget just isn't so great. So, I'm working with what I got. All right. I
Yeah.
need you to have a super stinker. Could you go all in like on 4 things for me?
yeah, your past transgressions really fucked you over. So
Monaco, bro, banged me the fuck out.
so are we talking dampeners?
You can.
No. What did you end up liking for dampeners the last time you ran?
So I ran 2 configs. The 4-hole things I've been running, which have 2 additional 1 mil hand drilled holes in them. And I've been running PT oil with 400 in the front, 550 in the rear.
Yeah.
That's my standard setup. And then I have this this alternate dampener, and that is set up in a different way, and it uses. Let's see, can I save this picture? It uses people have found ways to make this thing, but let's show what it looks like. At least the tool that one gentleman has made. All right, so sharing. Because I don't have a blank one in front of me anywhere. So this is the tool that has been made, and I'll see if I can zoom in. So I think we're pretty zoomed here. All right. And so basically it takes the flat part here at the top of the screen would be like the leading edge of the dampener. And it basically has you drill a hole into it, for lack of a better term. It ends up creating like a notch.
Yep.
But that's kind of what it's attempting to do is basically take about the surface area of a 3-hole 1 mil dampener, but just take it out of the leading edge.
Yep.
All right.
So you're off the tip. The tip of the tip of the tip.
Yeah. And so this, we'll get rid of this. And so let's pretend this is the dampener and this is the leading edge. It just creates a notch out of the leading edge. And so we tried those at Jackson, and we've been screwing around with them ever since. And guys have been running them on carpet, and they seem to be doing okay with them. I ran, again, PT oil 900 in the front and then 1,000 in the rear. I had that in the second car, which had been slower from a setup perspective and everything else perspective. And then it started becoming the faster car. And so I took that out of my practice car and I put it in for Q3. I also had those helper springs on it, and then I ran that in Q4. Or I'm sorry, the A main.
Do you think the helper springs have a bigger effect with those dampeners than they do the other ones?
No, I don't think it fucking matters.
Okay.
I was basically just trying a bunch of stuff at once, just because I only had so many battery packs in me that day.
Yeah.
And the interesting part, I think, was the previous, I saw a 2 to 3/10 performance difference between the 2 cars I was running. But once they were on the same setup, and then once they had, the only difference was, the chassis that was on the car and then the dampeners that were on the car. I got the difference, the performance gap to be under 1/10 of a second. And sometimes it was actually faster with those dampeners. So I was it's probably better. But that's where I'm at. It's probably better. All right. I assume whenever the next time I run it, well, actually, I think I was more crazy. I was saying I was just going to change all my dampeners to be like that one. So I was going to commit all in.
Yeah. Are you there yet?
No, but I'm going to have one of these tools soon, and I'll be able to do it.
Yeah, I've halfway committed. But yeah, I'll have 3 and 3. So
Ooh.
I'll have 3 sets cut and then 3 sets not. And then I am done with 4-hole. 4-hole lasted all of about 2 batteries for me.
It's fine.
And I'm like, yeah, it was garbage. And so
You know how you make them back to 2 holes?
just put them glue.
You put some glue on them.
Yeah, but I turned them into cuts.
Okay.
So just fill them up. They'll be full for the rest of their lives. And yeah.
Right.
So yeah. I definitely, I had one car that when I put the cut dampeners on, that car instantly became better and became fairly competitive with the car that I deemed the better car. And so I ran that for basically 2 days, just, trying things and trying to make that car with those dampeners good. And then I'm like, all right, well, now I'm going to put them on the good car and see if I can tell a difference. And I didn't notice as big a difference as far as lap times went. It was still pretty solid. It just was more comfortable, the car was. And then when I put the regular dampeners on the car that had them, it went to complete trash. And then, so then I was like, oh, I ran 2 batteries like that. I'm like, all right, well, let me put the ones that I had back on, which is a 2-hole, put those back on. And it went a little quicker on 3rd run tires.
On the 2.
On the 2-hole. So I'm kind of like, I see the benefit of the cut and how, it really kind of numbs the car out a little bit. I think especially like if you have super high bite, I think they'll be beneficial because the cars will be less edgy. I mean, that's definitely what I noticed at Jackson. It took a lot of the edginess out of the car. But I think when you have, there's going to be scenarios where I think the one's going to be more beneficial than the other. And I think you could probably go vice versa.
Yeah. And so George is asking, so like, why are you doing all this stuff? So, basically my rationale,
because we're not good enough to drive fast. So we need to find other reasons how to get faster. And so we need Band-Aids.
That's not it.
Yes, it is.
No, I don't think it is.
Okay.
I think the guys who go very fast, I think they're just wheelsmen, and they actually drive usually shitbox cars. Their cars suck balls. They're just wheelsmen. Like they prevent the car from slipping. They prevent the car from doing dumb shit. But I don't think the cars are superior. All right. And so like, I want to try to get back to the things being superior.
Okay.
So, that's all.
Yeah. You kind of just said what I said.
Okay.
Any case. But the reasoning behind those dampeners is that with the notch out here, when the dampener moves, the blow by is a lot greater than if you just had 4 holes on the inside. So the fluid dynamics changes of the shock, and so it feels very linear, a lot linear.
There's not enough drink in here to let me have you talk about fluid dynamics. All right, bro?
Well, I know a lot. I can't help it,
Okay, sure. Cool.
I mean, if you really want to watch, EJ Sport has a great video about the tool on the YouTubes.
Ooh, yeah, there we go. We should find it and link it.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And he kind of talks about all the testing they've done and all the info. So these should be hitting the market hopefully soon.
I don't know how soon, but
soon is a relative term.
Yeah,
and so we'll just say soon.
Yeah, everyone wants to see your flow charts, dude.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gonna make a flow chart, EJ, where it's like arrow, decision tree. Should I do this? Not that sort of flow chart. All right, kid. Anyway. But yeah, so I don't know. It's really like it started all out of conversations where I said, "Hey, I'm gonna add some more holes in my shit," and they were like, "Well, the average of all or the summation of all those diameters is this, so let's try moving it over there." That's where we've ended up, like bananas. So anyway, yeah, I have a feeling I would have one car with one car with the other. But I was thinking about just moving them all over to the cut stuff.
Yeah, I want to go. I want to go back to lighter oil like I had at Jackson.
I don't think the lighter oil was the way to go.
Okay.
Because in particular, that's where I was like mind fucking myself between a high roll center and a low roll center setup. And on a low roll center car, I had 4-hole pistons, and the car was like manageable in the heat. It wasn't great. It was really good when it was cold. And then I built a high roll center car. Like a high roll center car kept on trying to kill itself, like going straight at the end of the fucking straightaway. So like on my third chassis swap of the fucking weekend, I finally got to run that car on Sunday, and trying to run the high roll center car, it just kept on wanting to kill itself. So fuck that car. Anyway, I don't even know which car's what anymore because like pieces have just been fucking put everywhere. So, but I ran that high roll center car in Q4 and like A1 or whatever it was, and I had those cut dampeners in the car at that time, and then I had no, I'm sorry, I take that back. I had the cut dampeners in the low roll center car, and I had the 4-hole in the high roll center car at that time. And then for A2, I put the cut ones in the high roll center car, and the fucking thing went crazy. It was like the loosest fucking car I've ever had.
Yeah.
So I had no grip. And that's when we had, I think it was like, it's written down somewhere, but like maybe 650 and 800 or 750 or.
I think it was like 750 and 800.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Okay.
So I don't
Yeah,
know.
right now I'm at 900, 850. So I don't have 950 or 1,000, but I think I got to make an order. And then, but I don't know. I just want to cancel things out. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah. And the fun part, like I think you're running PSS in some of your stuff, right?
So that was one of the big changes I made from the first weekend of racing to the second. On the car with the cut dampeners, I went from Type 2 PSS 25 to Type 1 no PSS.
Okay.
And that, because I was kind of struggling with the car being lazy and not as quick through chicanes, and that seemed to woke it up.
Okay. Well, if you're not running PSS, it's really fun. Like if you say you have 3 sets of shocks, you could just build the 600, the 700, the 800, the 900, the 1,000, the 1,100, and then you could just start putting them in.
Yeah, I know. Duh.
So
I got a plan, kid. Don't worry about it.
Oh shit. All right. Sounds good.
Yeah. I got it all set up.
All right.
Yeah. So I mean, I got the bodies are right here waiting.
Okay. They're waiting on the things to come back, huh?
Yeah.
Other people had heard about the concept. They didn't have this little plastic tool. So they just set up their own lathe or milling machine to hook it up themselves. So,
Yeah.
But yeah, that is what's happening with that.
I would like to try a slightly shorter hole, or like not as long or big. Like if you can make the hole, let's say 30% smaller. or the cut 30% smaller maybe, and kind of see where that's at.
All right.
I mean, but that's going to be down the road.
Yeah. I'll let somebody else do that. So.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. I just don't think I'll have enough time to run that. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you'll be 12 skills used by the time you even get around to that. So.
Yeah. It's
It'll
kind of
still hurt.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see if I make that one, but yeah, maybe. So basically, I got to go back to work that month, in January. So
yeah,
show up to work for a week or two, then be like, hey, I got to go off for a week. We'll see.
Yeah, what kind of but imagine the shit show you'll come back to at work.
I hope not. No one's called me yet, so it's fine. I said, hey, if you really need me, call me. No one's called, so it's fine.
Okay.
They're
probably scared.
No, everyone's replaceable, bro. It's fine.
Okay.
But yeah, so I am thinking about building this up, and the thing that kind of got me going was I had our friend in Ohio make some -5 millimeter front plates, and so I want to build like a new 17.5 car and see if I can find a way to dial that thing in like I dialed in my prior 17.5 cars. So that's kind of one of my goals. And yeah.
Kind of hard to do that when you can't run.
Well, like the local track, October 13th, I think it starts running. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Whatever. Pete just posted it starts running.
It, not you. It.
What do you mean it?
It starts running. Not
the local club will start running. We'll see. But, I'm a smooth operator. We'll figure it out. There's a Roar regional yesterday. I'm not going to try to do that. I might like bring the kid and like pop in and see how people are doing. But, it could be fun like to run a battery pack though. Just bolt on some freshies, show up, run a qualifier. You only got to be there. Like,
hey, watch my kid. Let me run a qualifier.
Yeah. Like here. Yeah. If they start crying, just put this in their mouth.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Parenting 101.
Yeah, it'd be fine.
Put this in their mouth.
Yeah, well, it's not this, something approved. Highly sterilized. Like 2 mil sprayed with water spray. It's great. It's fine.
Jesus.
MIP wrenches make a fantastic pacifier and a Christmas gift.
Yeah. Remember, you need a 1.5.
Oh no, I have one.
Okay.
I even have a black handled one, but yeah, I've already fixed that. So, yeah, I can't believe I broke that MIP wrench. That was pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
So,
you were very sad.
Yeah, I was. It's a sad day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, man. That's what I got.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. Things are going well, and which I'm shocked about. And I think we might have a good one. So, there's cry all the time. Like,
I mean,
not happening.
Yeah, I don't think she's had enough time to learn how to despise and hate you.
Oh my God.
Wait till she's 13.
Totally. 100%.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you got to give it some time.
Yeah. Hey, if I get a good ride from now to 13, that's pretty good.
Yeah, well,
I'll take that.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. And hey, maybe next time you can figure out what happened to your audio by then.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I gotta talk to IT.
Yeah. Sounds.
I need a new laptop.
No, you don't. You probably just need to hit some switches,
Yeah, who knows? I mean, there was like a Windows 11 update or something that went on. I don't know.
It sounded like Trump and Elon's like broadcast they had a few days ago. It didn't work. Then they had to go use their cell phone.
Fucking those two clowns. Jesus Criminy.
Man, why you got to be so mad about your president? It's okay, buddy. It's fine.
Shut your face. Shut your dirty whore mouth. God.
All right. Well, here, clearly we found the breaking point for the Mangler. I even took a shower for this episode. All right.
You took a shower for this episode?
Yeah, I wanted to. I need the haircut, but at least I wanted to say I had a shower.
When's the last time you took one?
I don't know. It's been a few days.
Been a few days? Okay.
Yeah. That's kind of my MO, though.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't feel like I'm that stinky.
You don't sweat? You're not really working.
Yeah.
I get it. I understand. I mean, Florida, you walk outside, you fucking sweat. So
Yeah, no, we don't have that problem here. It's like
you don't have that.
65.
Yeah, you don't have that.
It's cold out. So.
65.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I could be wrong. Maybe it's hotter than that.
68.
Yeah, it's definitely not hot.
Well, I mean, your summer's pretty much over.
Oh yeah, dude, it rained the last 2 nights. We're fucking done.
Yeah. Okay. But I heard the asphalt track's gonna try to run into like October.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Maybe, So, and who knows? Maybe I'll pop in when it's not raining. But the best part was a few weeks ago. I think I ran at the track on Sunday, and then like Wednesday, and then Saturday. So I raced 3. I ran 3 times in a week.
Yeah.
Who can pull that off? Like only track owners can. So,
yeah. Well, that was one thing about Heroes is that, even though it didn't rain a lot over the weekend, so we came back over the weekend and it was still decent in a lot of spots. So,
yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you have that sprayed track life, it's not easy. So,
it sometimes can be difficult. Yeah.
Yeah. But thank you for the congratulations, and so I don't know, we'll see what has happened. I'm now part of a new team. It's called Team Girl Dad.
Oh yeah, are you gonna embrace that?
I think so. I think maybe the next run of shirts will be in pink.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. Sounds fun.
Yeah. I don't think we're gonna do that, but maybe.
Well, Team Girl Dad. Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if you were gonna embrace that or not. You were just gonna yeah.
Well, if I can find a way to get to the track and drag the kid there, Team Girl Dad all the way.
Okay. Well, you, Harbkey, and Peter can just all fucking get a crib.
I think we have to take one. We have to take it fall on the sword. We could just do co-parenting. That's what they call it, co-parenting.
Yeah.
We do co-race parenting together.
Well, didn't Peter have the onesie where he had him on the front and he was?
Yeah, that's going to be my Halloween outfit this year.
Okay. Yeah.
You'll probably see me on Halloween with the kid on. Yeah, that's going to be my Halloween outfit.
Yeah, Drew Ellis wants me to do that to him.
That's what I'm going to cite. Take his picture. I'm going to cite it. I'm going as Peter Robinson for Halloween.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's you could that's why you can get some laps in. You're just right there, and yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's a Halloween outfit. What do you mean? Yeah.
I don't know if it's a Halloween. I mean, it's a real thing.
Yeah, but I'm going to make it a Halloween outfit.
Why? You already
just for fun.
Okay. All right.
I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna have to get
a lot of Halloween parties you got to get to this year. I mean,
what's that?
You got a lot of Halloween parties you got to get to this year.
I don't know.
Okay.
I was gonna try to do the party at the track. No.
Oh, all right.
We'll see.
I just think you got to team up with the other girl dads there and just
possibly.
Unionize. You could put you could get the dog in there too, and just
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just like the old days at 360.
Yeah. Well, the funny part is, Tyrion really likes Zoe.
Okay.
He's trying to lick her all the time, and the nature dog basically wants to pretend she doesn't exist. So.
Oh, Rosie's jealous.
Mm-hmm, yep.
Tyrion just wants the food off of her face.
Kinda, I think so. But he seems to like her. He's like, oh, I'm gonna have someone to play with. No, so it's good.
Do you have our new child?
Oh yeah, did you guys adopt?
Well, I mean, that that cat we had, Lolly.
Yeah, you guys lost and kept her.
Well, we didn't lose,
Okay.
but we're keeping.
Oh.
Yeah.
A foster fail, huh?
Foster fail.
They got you.
No, this cat did.
Yeah, they got you. It crapped on your back. Apparently, you're into freaky stuff.
It peed
Oh,
on my shoulder.
It peed on your shoulder.
Yeah.
I crapped on your back, peed on your shoulder. What's the difference? Yeah.
It's $20 usually difference.
Oh my God.
That's what Donnie told me.
Oh my God. And on that note, guys, this has been a fun show. I'm happy to reunite with everybody here. For more, we could make a t-shirt of that. And it could just be, it's a $20 difference. Something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It could be great.
Yeah. All right.
You okay?
No, but I'll figure it out.
All right. You're all right.
Yeah, I mean, my lungs are shit, but whatever.
You got to stop smoking the ganja, man.
No, it's all these assholes that keep getting COVID around me. They're not assholes. I shouldn't call them assholes.
Yeah. I don't know what that is. Is that something that happens only in Florida?
It's going around.
Okay.
So I don't have COVID. I've tested. I'm good. I'm whatever. But I have this cough thing because my lungs are shit now, and so they're easily infected, and so I got a little something going on right now.
Yeah.
Again.
In the baby's room, we got one of those little balls that you you squeeze in and then you slurp the stuff out of it. You can try that.
It's not in here. It's in here.
Yeah, you got it. It just has to go really deep in there. Go.
Yeah, I don't think it's quite the same.
No?
No.
All right.
No.
All right. Well, you could at least try, Maybe you could get like the Flowbee that you're not using for your hair anymore and just try to see if it will suck as it cuts.
Okay. The Flowbee.
The Flowbee. No. It sucks as it cuts. It sure does suck.
Yeah, it does.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Different attachments. You can just.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Shorter, longer, whatever.
I need that right now. The Flowbee.
Did you ever know anyone to actually own one of those?
No.
You did? Who? Wow. She did. She knew somebody who actually owned one.
Yeah, somebody probably who never had sex before owned one. Yeah.
They probably sold tens of them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're probably vintage now.
I'm sure if you had an original Flowbee in the box, you could probably sell one on eBay for probably some decent coin. Are we looking this up?
Well, they have new ones that you can get on Amazon for $250.
Oh, well then never mind. I figured this was a great idea that has run its time, but I guess not.
No, they keep on. The cheapest new one you can get is $80 or $75.
$75?
They even have Flowbee apparel.
Like t-shirts?
Yes. And it says it sucks as it cuts.
I might have to get that. I might have to get that shirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that sounds like fun.
And then they have another one that says, let the flow be with you.
Okay, that's stupid.
Yeah, that one doesn't really work as well.
No.
But yeah, they have t-shirts.
All right.
That's all you need to know.
Yeah. I'll put that up on our Amazon link later on.
Yeah, there you go. Well, I don't know if it's on Amazon, but yeah, you'll have to figure that one out.
I thought you said it was on Amazon.
They have a website.
Okay.
Maybe through Amazon.
All right. Well, enjoy.
Best of luck to everyone in F1 this weekend. And You know, I think you should go. You should go for Verstappen, Perez, Red Bull. That would be a really good purchase.
Oh yeah, just load up on them.
And then double Ferrari. I think that'd be good too.
Double Ferrari.
Hmm?
I don't know if I can afford all that.
And then Joe. Hmm?
I might have to have Joe in general anyway.
Yeah, probably.
So anyway, all right.
All right. Be good. Talk to you
Later.
soon. Bye.
Bye.